Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the WeCrochet Facebook page, or maybe you're watching us over on the WeCrochet YouTube channel. We are so excited to have you back here again. We've got a lot of fun things to share with you, some great giveaway opportunities, a brand new make-along. There's so much that we're going to be packing in here to the next 30 minutes to get to share with all of you, and we are so excited to be back again. So as you come in, let us know where you're watching from, what you're working on, how your day is going. It's always great to see you. Hi, Chris. Happy March. Good to see you here live. We're always excited when people are here live, but don't worry. If you can't watch live, you always have the chance to watch the replay. There's still chances to win from the replay as well. We understand that some people are working or have kids or whatever else is going on. You maybe watch it at night while you're working on your stitching and things like that. So we are just happy to have you here. Always leave us a comment. Let us know when you're watching or where you're watching from. Hi, Joanna. Excuse me. We have Mandy. Hello, hello. Oh, Marley, you're even in the chat over here. We have another Mandy. We have a Cindy. It is so great to see all of you guys here. Always, I love getting to chat with you. So let's start chatting because we do have a lot to chat about today. And the first thing I want to share with you is it's been a while since we've had any kind of yarn newness around here. The pandemic definitely put a damper on getting new yarn, new colors, new everything in. But guys, we are back in action. We have some really exciting news to share with you that our Dishy collection has grown by 6 colors. 6 colors. Guys, this is awesome. So we brought in 6 new colors of our Dishy, which is our worsted weight cotton yarn, perfect for making dishcloths or different things like that. This is what we used in the tissue topper that we had in our cottage collection. It's also what we used in the gathering basket, which we use Dishy Twist, but you could still use regular Dishy and just use 2 different colors to kind of get that look, or do it in one color, totally up to you. So yeah, Chris, new yarn. Can you believe it? So yeah, there's some really great color palettes coming out here. So let's go over these. Each one of the balls is 190 yards, and it is 100% cotton. It's a number 4 weight. This one here, let me get the name right, is Sun Baked. It's a beautiful orangey color here. It's so wonderful. So we have Sun Baked. We have Mushroom, which is a beautiful brown. And these colors really all work together. Like it's a full color palette if you want to put them together or not. So we have that one. We have this one, which is called Colonial Rose. So no, not your traditional rose color, but if you've seen an orange rose before, that's what this, like the orangey yellowy rose, that's what this was kind of following the color there. We also have Inlet, which is a nice little bluey with a little green to it. We have Butterscotch, which is a yellowy color here. And our last new color, before I drop them all here, is Jade. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. So again, these are 6, let's see if we can do this, 6 new Dishy colors that we've got here in this color palette. And guess what? You guys get the insiders, whatever you want to call it, this afternoon over on our Instagram page. My friend Kelly, who is here putting the links in there, she's going to be running a giveaway, and we're going to have 7 winners, guys. 7 winners. So you can start entering this afternoon. So check out our Instagram page, and it'll run through this weekend. On Sunday, we'll be picking a winner on Monday. We're going to have 7 winners, and each winner gets all 6 of the brand new colors. So not just 1, not 2. You're going to get all 6 of the brand new colors if you're one of our winners. So go enter this afternoon as soon as you can over on Instagram. Okay, so that's our new news this week. So we had 2 collections the past 2 weeks. Now we've got new Dishy colors. There's so much going on, and I have so much to share with you guys as we go over the next couple weeks. And I brought some special guests back again this week. If you were here, I guess it was maybe 3 weeks ago or so, we had Marley Bird and Robyn Chachula on to talk about the game day make-along. So that was right around the Super Bowl time. It was a one-day make-along event. Well, they're back at it again, and we have a brand new make-along to share with you that's coming up with plenty of time to get your yarn this time. So, yay, team. Let me bring my friends in. We're going to bring Marley in. Hello, hello.
Hello.
And Miss Robyn.
Wow, I feel like I'm extreme close-up. Okay.
It does. When you start bringing more people in, it like zooms in on you a little more. It's like,
yeah, like if I sit where I normally am, I'm like, hi, everybody.
Yeah. And then like I always have to like figure out where the center is for my little panel. It's fun, but you know, it is what it is. So you ladies are back. How was the game day make along?
Unbelievable. So you guys want to see? This is one. I didn't tuck in my ends in on this one because this was my spare one. So this is the hat.
That was the knit version.
Yeah, the knit version. But can I say that this one, this is my favorite hat. Like, it is so awesome. It's just the coolest thing. I don't know where my other glove is. And then if you buy the ad-free PDF, it comes with fingerless mitts. Like it's not matchy-matchy. See, they coordinate, but there's fingerless mitt pattern. And then I think Robyn has the crochet and the Tunisia version, but I mean, these were a huge hit. So many people are loving them. I've done a couple of reels on Instagram too, and people are finding the pattern because of the reels because you know I'm so awesome. And I'm just joking, everybody. I mean, I'm joking about me being so awesome. Anyways, these were so much fun to make. Robyn, you want to show yours?
Yeah, let's have Robyn show the crochet, and there was a Tunisian. So go ahead and show both.
There was both of them. So like here is our crochet, and like that, the crochet one was one of my favorites because we did all sorts of wacky things. So what was nice if you didn't like the wackiness, there was ways of not doing like the textured that I have here or the link stitches, and you still got an interesting hat. And then of course we have mittens that would coordinate with it. Tunisian this year was a lot of fun. And everyone who did the Tunisian, I was so proud of them because a lot of people weren't really super skilled in it. And I told them there was going to be strain stitches and they just went for it. They're like, sure. And it was awesome. We have these like unusual spike stitches and the reverse stitches. And then of course in the pattern, they come with mittens as well, which I love. Like the Tunisian one I like because it has just like all that squish factor. It was just the yarn was so squishy.
And people were so happy we had Tunisian this. I mean, this is the first time Tunisian has ever made an appearance.
That's right.
Any of the Marley Bird knit alongs, crochet alongs, anything like that, like the mystery make alongs. So the game day was the first time, and surprise, it's coming back for a tournament of stitches too. So
right. So game day was a one-day make-along event that had knitting, crochet, and Tunisian. Tournament of Stitches is a 5-week mystery make along. And the cool thing about this one too is it's like a choose your own adventure. Well, for knitting and crochet, Tunisian we'll talk about separately. But so what that means is as you kind of go through, you can kind of pick what your next section is going to be in your project. You don't know what it is, but you can kind of change it up if you want to. So yeah, Tournament of Stitches started 5 years ago now?
This is our 5th year. Yeah.
And it was a crazy first year, like crazy. And it has totally changed over the past couple of years. So it is an amazing event where over 5 weeks, you get a different section each week. You get to make along with everybody in the community. You get to have a lot of fun, learn new stitches, new techniques, all that kind of stuff. It is absolutely amazing. So we will put a link over in the chat that takes you to Marley's website. And on her website, you will find all of the details that you need for the event, when the weeks are, and everything else that you'll need to know for supplies.
Now, people who might not like really fully understand, like maybe you're not a sports person, which is totally fine. You don't have to be a sports person. But the whole idea behind this is during March, there's something called March Madness with college football. So we did
Basketball.
the game day during did I say football? I meant basketball. We did game day during the Super Bowl. And so when we do March Madness over the basketball season, that's why it's called Tournament of Stitches, because it's the March Madness tournament. Yeah, and TOS, we shorten it to TOS. So if you're ever like, what is TOS? It's Tournament of Stitches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a little long to have to say, so TOS makes it a lot easier. Yeah. So you can see here, we've got some people that are in here that have already done Tournament of Stitches before and are loving it. So let's tell them what they're going to need this time around. Well, actually, hold on. Let's start with what is the first official date so they know when they have to have their supplies by?
March 15th.
March 15th.
It begins March 15th.
And just to let everybody know, you will be able to buy the PDF at the end of the event, yes. But each of the weeks it goes up on Marley's website. So you just kind of go back there and you check out each week that releases and you can get the new section of the pattern. So the 15th, March 15th, which trying to look at the calendar, what is 2 weeks, right?
Yes.
Is when the first section comes out. So let's talk about what they need. Let's start with the knitting side of things in case we do have any knitters over here. Let's start with that. So how many colors do we need, Miss Marley?
So we did things a little bit different this year. In years past, we've always done more than one color. We talked about this a little bit before. Robyn and I love working with color. This year, we decided that we were going to have you go with one color. Now, like most of my make-alongs or crochet-alongs or knit-alongs, I want you to choose a color that is not a variegated. Now, that's different than like a speckle. I'm talking about a true variegated. I don't even have one here. The reason is you, for one, have no idea what these stitches are that we're getting ready to do. And those of you who have knit or crocheted, you know that if you're using a variegated yarn, it tends to hide all the beauty of the work that you're doing. So we want you to lean more towards solid or tonal or even a speckle. You'll see that there's a speckle option, which will hide your stitches a little bit, but not, I don't think it will overcome them all. Having said that, could you do it with a bunch of colors? Yes. The only thing there is you literally have no idea what the stitches are or like how it's getting made or anything like that. So it might be hard to do that your first time around. And I'm not going to give suggestions the first time around of, hey, if you're changing colors, change color here. I'm not doing that. I'm writing it out as if it's one color. Yeah, that's how we're doing it. Obviously, if you choose lighter shades, it will show your stitches better than darker shades. However, if you're like me, you don't really care. You just want the color you want, and whether it's dark or light, and I totally get that. And so, yeah, that's how we're doing color when it comes to knitting.
Cool. And I'm just going to bring over here. So Marley is going to be using Hawthorn for her knit project, and we have 3 different versions of Hawthorn. We have 4, but the Hawthorn multi is going to be like your last choice. As Marley was saying, you don't want to go super variegated. You want to go with like a tonal or a speckle or something along those lines. So here is one of our Hawthorns. This is one of our kettle dyed. This one here is our Poseidon. And then I also have the gray one here, which can't remember the name. This one is a slate kettle dye, and both of these would be really great options. And you can see here in the way that it's dyed, it becomes this really tonal color as opposed to a variegated color. And you don't get like the pooling and everything else, and you won't lose your stitch definition to kind of see. And again, Marley is saying to use one color. You can do what you want, but she's planning one color. If you do more than one, you'll have to figure out your color changes. We do also have Hawthorn Speckle. This one here we have, and we also have this. These turn out really great as well for a project. They are going to give you a different look than going with a tonal, but still going to give you a great look. A lot of the speckles are light on the speckles, so you won't have a hard time missing the coloring. Gretchen is asking what weight. For knitting, that's what we're talking about now, you need a fingering weight yarn, okay?
Which is different than what we've done before. Like we've often gone with like a worsted weight before or DK weight. And this year we decided we wanted to do fingering because it allows us to choose more stitches and have more options for what we're making. Because when you're doing a choose your own adventure, we need to make sure that if you chose the Netflix and chill for this week and the following week you want to do the be quiet, I'm knitting, we have to make sure that the numbers coordinate with both. And so having a smaller yarn allows us more flexibility to do that. Plus, given that it's spring and we're going into spring, summertime, we wanted to have a piece that people would want to wear. So that's why we chose fingering. And there's a lot of fingering weight options. If you didn't want to choose Hawthorne, isn't there a stroll fingering or
Yep. I was just
there's other fingering weight. Yeah, there's other fingering weight yards you could choose. Absolutely.
Right.
I just chose Hawthorne because honestly, I wanted to do the speckle. I was like, man, I'm feeling that. I mean, surprise. Although I love that color you're holding up right there.
Yeah,
you can totally change out to any of the fingering weights that we have. This one is the Stroll Tonal. So again, you're going to get the nice variegation. If you want to, though, we do have Stroll in this put up, still fingering weights, still the same material, but these are going to be more solid colors or heathered colors as opposed to a tonal. So there's definitely a ton of options that are available for you to go ahead and do it. I want to make a note. So Marley just said about if one week you want to go with the Netflix and chill, the next one you want to go with the be quiet, I'm knitting. What she's talking about, just so you understand, is there are 3 different buckets within the make along. And so those 3 buckets are how you get your choose your own adventure. And so you'll read about it. 3 levels, yes.
Concentration levels.
Yeah, you can read it all on the blog post, but basically if you're doing like a Netflix and chill version, that's going to be real easy to remember. You can kind of sit and watch TV and do something. If you pick the be quiet, I'm knitting, you're going to have to concentrate more. And so that's why it's your own adventure depending on the week, how you feel. You can switch back and forth between the concentration levels to fit your needs for the week. Same thing for crochet. Tunisian is different. There's just one version for the Tunisian, but we got Tunisian this time. So let's bring Robyn over and let's talk a little bit about the yarn used for the crochet version.
For the crochet version, we're also doing fingering weight, but I chose Comfy. In particular, it's a cotton and acrylic blend. So that cotton is really going to make your stitches pop out, and you should not be surprised that if you're choosing the I'm crocheting version, you're going to be doing some really cool stuff that you want to see. You want that giant stitch definition. So in this shawl, if you are switching out yarns, go away from something that is like bamboo, something that's like super, super silky. It's going to make your stitches hide because they have all that natural drape. I want it in your face. That's kind of what you want. That's why I chose Comfy. Plus, Comfy is fun to work with. It's soft and really great yarn to crochet with, in my opinion.
Yeah, and let's just say, again, reminder, in case you didn't hear or didn't read it, this is Comfy fingering, because we do have 2 weights of Comfy. So make sure you're grabbing the fingering weight of Comfy for the crochet project.
And if you love a stroll, you can still use stroll instead. That's a great substitute.
What about stroll tweed? Is that going to work for any of the versions, or would we suggest staying away from tweed?
Stroll, we love tweed.
It's beautiful. I have a lot of it. The stroll tweed for the crochet will work just fine for the Netflix and chill kind of concentration level, because those are more repeated patterns. And so the stitch definition isn't going to be such a like, oh my goodness, you have to have this. And you could definitely mix and match as you
we do have a question again, probably just a little bit late. That's okay. How many colors do we need? One color is what the pattern is written for. Pick your yarn, 1 color. You can do more if you want, but then you figure out where you want to change it, how you want to change it. The pattern is written for 1 color.
Yeah.
Let's not forget we do have Tunisian this time around. Yeah. What yarn are we using for Tunisian?
For Tunisian, we're using the Swish DK. So more than anything, we went up in our Tunisian because frankly, I didn't want you to break out your itty bitty Tunisian hooks and just hate me. So we're going up in using this. And Swish DK, if you haven't used it, is great. You're gonna enjoy. This is gonna be a wonderful project to work with. The Tunisian project only has one concentration level, so it's only one all the way through. And we did it for multiple reasons. Like this summer, we're starting a boot camp for anybody who hasn't done Tunisian. So I didn't want to go crazy yet and people be frustrated until we got a chance to kind of show them our way of doing Tunisian. So we went slower. So it's one project. It's still going to be great. And if you haven't noticed, like we keep saying one color and we keep talking about tournament of stitches, it'll kind of give you the idea of what you're getting is going to be lots of stitches. So if you love learning new stitch patterns and you love learning new textures, this is going to be the make along for you. You're going to just learn so much. I mean, Marley can tell you more about how we present the materials because it's different than your regular make along.
Right. Do you want me to do that right now?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So before I jump into that, I do want to mention, so you're talking about one color, but I do want to also mention where you have a choice of 2 projects. So along with the concentration levels of choosing, I mean, let's just be honest. Some days you just don't have the bandwidth to go and do like a really difficult pattern. And so you might put that aside. But if you have an option to do one that's a little bit easier on maybe you did a difficult concentration level the week before, you're more apt to do it. Okay. So that's the thing with the concentration levels. But we also know that time is a really sensitive thing right now, right? You either have enough of it to put forth and make a shawl, or you have enough of it to put forth and make a cowl. So you have an option of making a shawl or a cowl for this. Okay. So it's not only just a choose your own adventure of the stitches, but it's a choose your own adventure of making a shawl or a cowl. Right. And so, and that's for all of them. Right. Robyn, you're doing a cowl version for Tunisian also, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember. So as far as the presentation, so here's how it goes. The very first tournament of stitches, Katelyn was there with me with it. It was crazy. Chris is in your chat room right now. She was there for it. It was crazy. Absolutely insane. There was no video support. The pattern came out and it was like, here it is. Do it. Like they're just, and we had the testers got the pattern like the day before everybody else did. Like it was insane. We're getting a little bit better. So we have some people that are testers now that are in the chat and they're talking about how wonderful everything is. This year and previous years, like last year we did a blanket, and this tournament of stitches for that was we did like a study essentially of miters and the different ways you can do mitered projects or the way you can make a mitered square. And the year previously we focused on mosaic stitches. We did a cowl of mosaic stitches. It was beautiful. So this year it's a bunch of different stitches, right? A bunch of different stitches. We're still presenting the information where it's going to be written, whatever concentration level you're following, you're going to find that in the blog post that we will put up. But there's also going to be video support. So along with the pattern, there's also video support. So Robyn is actually coming out here to my house. You guys don't know this, but behind me back there, that's a whole YouTube studio. So Robyn is coming here on very, very soon to film the Tournament of Stitches videos. So that way we can put those out there so you guys have video support. So this is a free event. This is a free pattern. Again, you'll have to go to that blog post, the one that we've been linking in the chat, the one that's linked in this video description. That blog post, you want to put that blog post in your Marley Bird folder on your desktop, on your like I use Chrome, so I put it in my Chrome. You will go to that blog post every week during the Tournament of Stitches, and at the bottom of that blog post, you will find the link to the plays. That's what we're calling them, the plays for that week. So it'll be linked out. It'll go to a brand new page. It'll say plays for week 2, crochet shawl, and it'll say if you're doing the Netflix and chill, if you're doing the smooth jazz, or you're doing the be quiet, I'm crocheting. You decide which one you're following that week, and you follow that set of instructions, and then you put it aside. The next week, you go back to that same blog post. It'll link to the next set of plays. You'll go to that set of plays, rinse and repeat. So we really try to make it to where it was pretty easy for you. You can decide how much time do you really have. Do you want to make a cowl or do you want to make a shawl? Each week you might have a different concentration level. The first week you might have a really stressful week and be like, I really just want to do the Netflix and chill. I just want to chill out with it. But the following week, maybe you're a little bit more confident and you're just like, you know what? I'm going to give the be quiet, I'm crocheting a little bit of a try. And so you do that version for that week. And then the following week, maybe you do smooth jazz. And the following week, you go back to Netflix and chill. The way the pattern is written, you can mix and match all of those, which means there are so many of you out there that are participating. Last couple of years, we've had thousands of people participate. And the very first year we did Tournament of Stitches, it was in this manner. And so the first year, there were so many different shawls and cowls out there because you just didn't know, who was going to mix and match what. And so it's fun to be a part of the Marley's Minions Facebook group, see the progress pictures getting out there. And then it's like, wow, look at that. Oh, I did the Netflix and chill, but look at that one. They did that one. And then vice versa. People do the same thing. It's just very exciting. And it makes you like, ooh, I want to start another one. I want to do one this way. At the end, you will get to see all three versions in their entirety, meaning there'll be one shawl that is completely just Netflix and chill, one shawl that is completely smooth jazz, so on and so forth. So you'll be able to see that. And actually, I'm having my shawls made. I'm doing one in the Hawthorne kettle dyed, one in the Hawthorne. What's the other? The one is speckles, and then one in the third option. So you're going to see mine in different ways because, why not? We have that option. Once the full Tournament of Stitches is complete, we are going to turn it into an actual course workshop that will then be a paid for course. So you're getting a chance to take this workshop that we're building for free. And then once it's all complete, we will offer all of you guys like a super deep discount because you participated if you wanted everything in one big kit, and then it'll be a course individually. Or if you just want the pattern, we'll have that available too. So we're trying to reach all the people. We understand not everybody's in the same level, concentration, time, money, all the things, right? So we're just really trying to make as many people happy as possible and have fun doing it, building community. Because you guys, yes, this is WeCrochet, but you have your sister Knit Picks. You guys, that's a match made in heaven. So the fact that we're able to offer a make along that combines all of the By Crafty skills, or if you're a triple that and can do the teams, and also we want to provide that to everybody. I just talked a whole lot. I hope I answered the question.
I think you did. I think the biggest takeaway is if you have any questions or you're unsure about anything, head to the blog post that we've been posting in the chat. We've posted it a couple times, so you have it. Go there, read it there. If you still have questions, although I know it's super clear, head over to the Marley Bird Facebook page, which is where all of the talking about it will happen. You'll be able to check in every week. So make sure, in the Marley's Minions group, head on over there and you can ask any of your questions. There's a ton of great moderators over there. There's also a ton of great people who have been working on the Tournament of Stitches for the past 5 years. So they totally understand and can answer any of your questions that are going on. And just a reminder, it's one color. If you're going to do Hawthorne, it'll be 5 hanks.
5 for the shawl. And I put in there 2 for the cowl. But if you guys are anything like me, you're going to buy 3 anyway. So, I'm just not going to worry about it because I always buy more than I need. Always.
Yeah. If you're doing crochet, you're going to go with comfy fingering, and you need 10 for the crochet shawl version.
Yep. 5 for the cowl.
And if you're doing Tunisian, you're going to go with our Swish DK. You will also need 10 for that, for the shawl version, and 5 for the cowl. But again, it's all over there in the blog post, so you can go ahead, you can use Marley's links that are in there to go directly to the landing page for that particular yarn, to go shopping, which is always wonderful. And we have a giveaway! To everybody who is watching live or watching the replay, we are going to be giving away 10 balls of our comfy fingering. So you can make the crochet version with this. You could make the knit version with this if you want to. You just can't do the Tunisian. You'd have to go do something else, but that's okay. But we're going to give away 10 balls of comfy fingering in any color of your choice. Whoever the winner is will get to pick their color. And we're going to pick the winners later tomorrow. So go ahead. All you need to do is put a comment in here. The tool that we use will eliminate duplicate comments, so you only need one, but if you want to keep commenting, we always love it. And if you are watching the replay, you can go ahead and put a comment in too. Up until tomorrow night, we'll still be entering for you guys, and it does need to be done over on Facebook. So if you're watching on YouTube, head on over to our Facebook page, the WeCrochet Facebook page, and enter to win over there by putting in a comment. Yes,
right,
Marty.
I'll add something. For those of you who don't know me and don't know Robyn very well, I want you to know we love giving things away. We absolutely love it. We think it's the best thing ever. I mean, sometimes we're just reading a blog or not a blog post, like a post, and we're like, that made me laugh. Let's give them something. Like, it's just one of those things, right? So I don't want you to think that, all the fun is just making the shawl or the cowl with this. There's also prizes. So throughout the week, like we haven't announced what they are yet. Like, it's one of those things that it's like, okay, so we're giving you the materials. We're going to tell you what different prizes and the categories of the prizes are next week. So you stay tuned. The thing here is there are so many opportunities to win, and it's not just, oh, you have to finish it to win. Like, it's just, even if you're a cheerleader, you have a possibility to win, so come and join the Marley's Minions Facebook group. Make sure you answer all the questions, because the moderators are very big sticklers on that. But there's prizes from really awesome people. WeCrochet is actually part of the grand prize, as well as a prize package from Erin Lane Bags. If you guys don't know Erin Lane Bags, they're literally my favorite bag. I just have this one right here by me. This is one that I actually did last year as a special with Moogly. You can see that's like, it's my bird and the Moogly octopus, and we're having a yarn fight. But there's a prize package from them. There's just a lot of prizes. So it's more than just community, camaraderie, and crocheting. And look at me with all the C's and alliteration. There's lots of prizes and stuff too. Like, it's so much fun. And if you don't believe me, you guys, like, check out the chat. A lot of the minions are here in the chat. They're like, oh my gosh, they had no idea that the Tournament of Stitches announcement was coming out today. So now they're like, what? It's like they're at the door. Open, open, open. What's happening? So you just come and join us, right? I mean, Robyn, I know for a fact you are like the queen of giveaway. You love giveaway.
Yeah, that's all I want to do. That's it. I mean,
she loves it.
It is. And I really, for this one in particular, it's fantastic that we're partnering with WeCrochet, because the options are so unbelievable. And so watching what you guys pick in terms of your yarn and your color is going to be amazing. On purpose, we chose yarns that not only we knew we would get the right stitch definitions, that you would have an amazing color palette to choose from. So oh my gosh, we're so excited. And if you were
excited to partner with you guys, if you haven't noticed already, there's a lot of love going around in here. And it's not going to stop. Like, you're probably going to see Marley and Robyn like 500 more times this year. I apologize now. It's just going to happen because they're so much fun and they have wonderful stuff coming out. We do have a ton of other people we'll bring on too. It's not just the Marley and Katelyn and Robyn show, but we try.
Although that would be a hit. I'm just saying.
So thank you guys so much for joining me again today. I hope everybody goes out and tries the Tournament of Stitches. It truly is a super fun 5 weeks of making. Oh, there's a note here about my sweater. This is the Hygge, is that how you say it right? Hygge pullover. That is a free pattern over on the WeCrochet website. Kelly, if you can throw that in there. Yeah, you guys can go and make one of these too. It's really nice for this kind of weather. But please, please, please try out the Tournament of Stitches. Grab your yarn, check out what you need over on the blog post, grab your yarn and get ready to make for the 15th of this month. So it's coming. You won't be disappointed. And the support that you get, not only in the group from these wonderful designers, you're just going to have all the support you need to go ahead and create a project. So we are so excited to share this. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to put a comment in here, whether you're watching live or the replay. Over on Facebook is where the comment needs to go to win your 10 balls of comfy fingering so you can join along. And put in your order now, because shipping is still a nightmare for some locations. So the more time you got, the better, so that you can go ahead and join us. So thank you, ladies, so much for joining us. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I will be back here next week, same time, same place, to share some more interesting things with you. So see you guys. Thank you.